Gavin, but the Mexico team were very powerful yesterday, losing to USA, but eventually winners over Bermuda. So they're going to take that coming to this one. Barbados lost their 2 games yesterday against Jamaica and Canada, so they're going to try to get a reprieve to get themselves in the semi-final spot. Barbados without one of their players today, that's DeAndre Phillips. He's out. In comes Kadeem Knight in his place, and Barbados, coached by Joe Whipple, are going to come out strongly. They're a very good day 2 team, this Barbados team.
Yeah, normally when I see these 2 teams playing against each other, Barbados tend to do a lot of bashing down the door, and the Mexico team will try and work around the outside of them. We'll see how it lines up today. They've got a little bit of a different lineup, this Barbados team this year. Mexico youth development is their thing, and a lot of these Mexican players have been traveling around to parts of the US and even as far as South Africa to get more experience. They're a young squad, so I'll leave it to you, Kelson, to get us all underway.
Barbados gets us underway. Error of the kickoff immediately, something the coach will not be happy with. Just short. Just remember, the ball needs to go 10 meters off the kick for a successful restart. Barbados with an unforced error at the start of this one. In the middle is Mexico. Chavez with a familiar red scrum cap gets us back underway. Mexico trying to shift it wide quickly into the spaces. Goes Mexico looking for the gap, eventually taken down. They shifted wide again, looking for the speedy Chavez out wide to put away Rodriguez out on the wing. Mexico danced their way through, bashing through. Is Mexico gonna get the first try of the game? Mexico in the corner, dotting it down.
Albert Rodriguez with the very distinctive face mask, must have broken nose at some point recently. He does play a lot of rugby, and he is that man that they target.
As we look at the replay, just brushing off tackles with the Zorro-esque mask, and he is over for his first try, Mexico's first, and Mexico making a statement. Juan Pablo Martinez scoring that try. Second try of the tournament for him. A big burly guy is this Martinez, just brushing away the Bajan tackles.
Yeah, and really cemented his spot in the team. Samona not with us. Farid Samona back home in Mexico with his family currently after a stint doing a bit of TV. So he's not present, but Martinez definitely taking that spot and making it his own.
Oxley plucking the ball out of the air, rocked well with Simeon John the Rhino as Captain Sean Ward just brushes off one, looking for support. Mexico super aggressive on the breakdown. Tackler's not releasing, says the referee, and they're gonna try to get some pushes down the pitch with a long boot from their kicker. Sorry, they're up for the scrum. Eventually, they look like we're pointing down the pitch, but wisely choosing the scrum, just wrapping in some of the Mexican defenders, trying to loose the wing out wide and see if they can get around this Mexican defense.
Yeah, Noah Paskin sitting in the slot here, right behind, so they're filling it at a fly half position.
Paskin shoots it out wide, on the go. Barbados taking Mexico for the run, looking for the offload. Just too hot to handle was the pass. Knock-on signals the referee, and Barbados are signaling that they are not out of this one. Great attack on the far end of the pitch.
It's Kadeem Knight that's stepping in for one of the injured players. He was the 13th man on the roster, so manages to get some game time. Sometimes that's not 100% guaranteed if you come in as a 13th man, but looking lively out there.
Barbados still have the likes of Michael Walcott and Dario Stout to come on and add extra strength to this Bajan team.
Not a bad bench, that.
Chavez to take it quickly. Mexico trying to take and keep Barbados off guard, but referee just isn't happy with that one. He's going to take it back to the mark, slowing down the play, and it's time for a Mexican set piece to try to break this Bajan defense once more. Show and go to Martinez, eventually shoots it out wide. Mexico trying to attack the wider channels, eventually gets into the hands of De La Torre. He brushes off one, looks for the support, doesn't need it. He takes 2 or 3 Bajan defenders to get him down, and Mexico trying to shoot the ball back into the hands of the playmaker Chavez and Martinez combination. And Martinez takes the offload, and he's going to have a double early in this one.
Pues México aquí dominando el equipo de Barbados. Martínez con su segundo del día, el tercero de la fin de semana. 5 puntos más para México.
That combination, Chavez, Martinez working wonders on the wing. The nippy work of Martinez and the great running lines of Martinez, gets the ball in. Mexico's second. Conversion successful, pushing the score 12 points to nil over Barbados with just over 2 minutes left in the first half. On the bench of Mexico, they have lots of age-grade players stepping up to the senior team, and Mexico doing wonders with development work as we start us back over. Nice dink back for Oxy to catch. Oxy takes it well. Eventually wrapped up in the head by Ansira. Barbados trying to shoot out wide, looking for Paskins. Stopped by defense and trying to wrap around the Mexican defenders, eventually getting it back. Mexico swarming in on Barbados and eventually pinches the ball, and that's the captain Guerrero leading from the front, looking for the try score. Martinez, he's looking for a first half hat-trick. Eventually to Chavez, the ball goes wayward, eventually picked up by Ansira, and he's going to attack through the middle. Eventually Chavez is there to shift the ball out wide, looking for Rodriguez and Simeon John. It's a foot race, and Simeon wraps him up easily. Barbados over, trying to turn over possession. Mexico doing excellently to keep the ball in hand and looking back for that Chavez-Martinez combination on the wing. Martinez brushes off one, looks for the offload, intercepted by Barbados. Knock-on signaled by the referee.
Yeah, definitely looking Mexico to get down that wing with Chavez, Martinez. It looked like they've been playing together for 100 years or so. They've been phenomenal down that top side.
And Barbados take it out of the dead ball area. Mexico will get the put in the scrum 5 meters from the try line. And coach for Barbados, Joe Whipple, is not pleased so far with what's happening. As you see, Alberto Rodriguez just blew a tire on the side of the pitch, just changing the rubber on the boots there to get it back going.
Yeah, I think maybe Barbados have been, they're highlighting number 11, which is Simon John Young, inexperienced. I think they even signed a waiver that he might only be 17 years old. He's so young, something like maybe still in high school. I think they're trying to target him. Fantastically quick kid and very, very fit. A 400-meter hurdles champion in Barbados. He can do all kinds of things, but defending might be his weakness.
Barbados look to make a change on the sideline. Mikhail Walcott, he's ready to come on and add his experience, but this might be the last play before half. Strong scrum by Barbados, eventually taken by Mexico. They reverse the script and go down the short side looking for the run, and it's Martinez reaching over for his first half hat-trick.
Wow, Martinez, phenomenal. Really good work down that top side and really combining well. Bit taller than the rest of the Mexico team, so they're looking to him for those offloads. He can get his arms free. And this time, those long arms stretching over that line. He looks in great form right now. Good kick as well to get the 2 extra points. And Mexico, phenomenal start to this game for them, Kelson. 19 points to 0, and Juan Pablo Martino is having a dream of a game.
3 tries to Mexico, 3 tries to Martinez as they go into the break. He's having a phenomenal game, and Mexico are really getting themselves on top. Penalty issues are really causing Barbados some points, and it leads to loads of tries in the second half. That's going to be the work on Joe Whipple is going to tell his charges going into the second half. Sean Ward, Enrique Oxley, all these guys are super experienced, and they're going to need to settle down forward in terms of rugby. Barbados no slouches though, and they can come back with with some excellent play if they just settle down and keep possession of the ball. Just no slouches though, and they can come back with some excellent play if they just settle down and keep possession of the ball. Mexico in the familiar green and white strip gets us back underway. It's a kick from Andres Rodriguez. It just rumbles into touch. Line out deep inside the 22 for Barbados, and they're going to have to run a odd 80-90 meters to get their first try in this one.
Yeah, they are very strong in the line out. Barbados, they've got some great height and they've got some great lifters. You watch Simeon John, throwing around the jumpers with great ease. Good battle at the top there for that one.
Step into the middle, Barbados advantage. The referee was hands up for advantage offside, and he's going to get a quick tap if they can. Mexico first penalty so far in this second half, and Barbados in the hands of the number 10. That's Paskins. This time he's going to clear his lines, give them some breathing room, and they're going to work back their line out set piece to get themselves closer and closer to the Mexican try line. Excellent catch by the supporter there to the roar of the crowd, and he could make himself on the pitch sometime today if he wants to get himself a run and a place on the television. Set piece comes back for Barbados. Low pass, Paskins had to wrap it up, and so did the Mexican defense. Super aggressive, trying to turn the ball over. Barbados trying to get themselves around the edges. And there's a captain getting us back underway for Mexico. Into the hands of Cole. The under-19 graduate comes up and shoots the ball out wide. Mexico being a handful, brushing off Simeon John. The penalty advantage is signaled by the referee. Seems to be a high shot in the corner.
Yeah, that's no mean feat either, brushing off Simeon John, because there's a big boy, especially even in the 7th circuit. He's considered a big, in the 15th circuit, he'd be a decent front row forward.
And Cole shoots the ball over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez snatched by the bootlaces. Cole tries to push his way back close to the try line. He gets a Uno reverse card back to his end. Mexico shoot the ball out wide to the other end. Overlap out wide if they can use it. Step and go. And it's Ricardo and Sierra. He is over for Mexico's fourth.
Phenomenal work there from Mexico. Los chicos de México están en control de este partido, 24-0, sin problemas contra Barbados. Aquí tienes el joven, pero trabajando un lado hasta otra de la cancha entera por México. Un try más, 5 puntos más.
So another Mexican player gets themselves on the scorecard. Apart from Martinez, he's getting himself back in action. And Sierra just hugging the touchline, just waiting for the extra overlap, and he got the extra try in the corner for Mexico.
Ahí tiene Ricardo Ansigra, el número 3 de México, su primer try del día.
Uphill task for Barbados now. Joe Whipple's boys need to get something done, and then comes Dario Stout, number 4. He's gonna bring his experience now. Maybe a case of little bit too late. Just 3 minutes left. Barbados needs 4 converted tries to get themselves a victory. A lot of faith has been placed into Dario Stout's hands.
Yeah, he does have the experience, though, doesn't he? If anyone can do it, he can.
Error of the kickoff. Mexico goes into the hands of Cole. Cole trying to get it to Rodriguez, into the hands of the captain Guerrero. He's trying to shoot it back out wide to the try scorer. Eventually taken down. And Sierra tried to pick and go out blind back into the hands of Cole. They whip it out wide, looking for Rodriguez once more. Does he need him? Eventually wrapped up by Barbados, looking for that probing. Here's Mexico deep inside the Bajan half. And it's Ansiri, the try scorer, looking for the captain. He eventually is bundled down 5 meters short. Great possession by Mexico. Cole spots a gap. It closes quickly. He eventually tries to hop over dangerously. But Barbados scoop it up and turn the ball over. Knock on in the contact and acrobatic stuff by Mexico, trying to get themselves in there.
Okay, some substitutions coming in there, but yeah, spectacular stuff. Love to be able to see a replay for that if we can, but phenomenal. So three Barbados kickoff errors causing some issues right now, and it's been throughout this whole game. But look at that, over the top. Spectacular stuff. Putting their bodies on the line, Mexico. Wow.
The Bajan captain, Sean Ward, getting a rest. In comes John Howard onto the pitch. Mexico all have changes. Nicholas Falcon and Enrique Carmona, they came onto the pitch just to keep the pressure on. Barbados 100 meters to go to get the score on as Pasquez loses the ball down the pitch. Strong chase by Barbados. The ball is rolling precariously to the touchline. Eventually it's won by Carmona. It's a foot race. Can Carmona get it all the way? He's shepherded to the corner and Carmona is over for Mexico's try.
Yeah, John just couldn't chase that one down, and they won the battle getting up. Who got up quicker? It was Mexico that get up quicker.
It's very difficult, Garvin, when you don't have possession and kick it away. And as you look at the replay there, Carmona shows and goes, uses the touchline and uses the ball in two hands. So kids at home, remember, keep that ball in two hands to confuse the defenders. Second try of the weekend for Carmona.
Ahí tienen Carmona, el número 12 de México, con el try en la esquina. Ahora tienes Andrés Rodríguez tomando la patada y no. 2 puntos más, no, 29 a 0 a México. Enrique Carmona ahí, en tu pantalla, número 12, jugando bien.
Mexico 29 points to 0 over Barbados, and they have really sealed their deal into the semi-finals as Rodriguez gets us back underway. Nice high kickoff. De La Torre up in the air trying to get it, eventually wrapped up by Cole. Del Torre gets the ball going back, bobbles into the hands of Rodriguez. And Mexico into the wide channel, just taking it to Barbados. Mexico with their tails up, Barbados working super hard to turn this one over. Rodriguez shifts it out wide to a try scorer. De La Torre 2-on-1, he doesn't need it, he steps in, steps out looking for the offload. Eventually he's taken down, but Cole is expertly there as Carmona shifts the ball back out wide. Mexico trying to get themselves through the middle of the pitch into the hands of Rodriguez. He's looking for the backdoor pass. Carmona acts as scrum after Cole. Cole shoots the pass to no one. Knock on is the call as Mikel Walcott from Barbados was looming to get that intercept. Just bounced just short of him.
Yeah, Barbados playing a little bit better in the second half, putting a bit more pressure on Mexico and forcing a couple of errors, but Mexico's still in control of this game. It looks like we're going to let the clock run down here, and Mexico, phenomenal game for them to start their second day. That'll put them in the semi-finals.
Barbados put into the scrum. Stout picks and go through the middle. He dances one, looking for the space, looking for the outlet. It comes in the form of Walcott. Walcott pushes into two Mexican players. The tackle is high, signaled by the referee. Just in front of the mark is Stout. He's going to take it back. And Barbados have one more time to remove the donut of the score. The score is 29-0 in favor of Mexico over Barbados. And they wisely choose the scrum to pack in some of the big Mexican boys.
Yeah, they want to try and get on the scoreboard. They don't want to walk up with a 0 next to their name.
Bajan substitute Jeremy Nelson is on the wing. Fresh legs against the fresh legs of Carmona. And it will be a foot race, half the pitch to go. Can Barbados get themselves a try at the end as well? Paskin shoots the ball out to Walcott. Standing, taking it into the hands of the winger. And he's going to try to take Carmona on for pace. He brushes aside his opposite number. And he's going to race all the way down. Is Jeremy Nelson, the substitute. And he dispatched Carmona easily for Barbados' first try of the game. He's pumped.
He's pretty pumped up, isn't he? That was a frustrating game for him, so that's the release that he needed. Interesting, Paskins was really stacked up behind the scrum, so that pass went very deep backwards, but they were just creating all of that space for him. He received that outside of or inside of the 15 channel there and used a good 15-yard space on the outside to get around Mexico.
Jeremy Nelson, one defender, no problem, and Barbados get their first score of this one. Little too late is the cry, and at the final score here, 29 points to 5 over Barbados as Mexico storm their way into the semifinals.
There's the Mexico team.